Welcome to Yaka Digital Network videos. In basic spreadsheets, calculating a column of numbers is simple. But imagine looking at an examination sheet for 500 students in a Kampala secondary school. If you have to manually read every score to assign a pass or fail, it will take hours. We solve this using the if function. Think of it as a logical checkpoint. This diagram shows the syntax. You state a condition, what the spreadsheet should display if the condition is true, and what to display if it is false. Let's apply this to a student record. Odoy scored 75. When we type equals if, open bracket, B2 is greater than or equal to 50, comma, quote, pass, comma, quote, fail, the cell instantly displays pass. Copy that formula down the column, and you have built an automated decision engine. As new marks are entered, the grades evaluate themselves. But a simple pass or fail doesn't reflect real-world UNEB standards. A teacher has to assign specific grades from D1 all the way down to F9. A single if function cannot handle 9 different choices. To fix this, we use a nested if. This means we place an if function inside another if function to create a sequential chain of questions. Here is how the logic flows. The spreadsheet asks the first question, is the mark 80 or above? If yes, it assigns a D1 and stops. If no, it moves to the next question. Is it 75 or above? If yes, it assigns a D2. When you write this formula, you will open several sets of parentheses. The spreadsheet color codes them so you can ensure every question you opened is correctly closed at the end. Once built, the grading process is entirely hands-free. If a teacher discovers an error and updates a raw mark, the final grade updates instantly across the entire sheet. Automation also helps us pull specific data out of massive files. Finding one student's fee balance, or the price of a single item in a list of thousands, requires a lookup tool. Think of how a teacher uses a school register. If they know your student ID, they scan the ID column, find your row, and read across to find your name. VLOOKUP does the exact same thing electronically. Watch how this split-screen visualization works. VLOOKUP takes the student ID from the class list on the left, dives into the master database on the right to locate the match, and carries the correct fee balance straight back to the original list. This database efficiency is how large businesses operate. A vendor in a busy Kampala market, managing this dense inventory of hanging suits relies on a master price list to keep track of their stock. Let's test your formula knowledge. Grab a piece of paper and write down the VLOOKUP syntax you would use to find the price for item code 105. Remember your commas. Here is the structure. You need 4 arguments: the lookup value, which is 105, the table array, the column index number containing the price, and finally, false for an exact match. By linking daily sales directly to the master list, the cashier never types a price manually. The business handles thousands of transactions with 0 pricing errors. But if you type the wrong initial data into an automated system, every calculation that follows will be wrong. If a teacher accidentally types a mark of 105 instead of 10, the class averages are ruined. We solve this with data validation, which acts as a strict gatekeeper at the cell level. Now that our data is clean, we need a way to read a dense table quickly. Conditional formatting serves as your visual dashboard. We set up rules to automatically highlight critical data. The moment the rule is applied, failing marks instantly turn red, and top D1 grades turn green. You no longer have to read through thousands of lines of data. You just look for the red cells. The spreadsheet is now an active alert system. By combining logic functions, lookups, and visual formatting, you have transitioned from doing simple math to building a professional data system. This chart summarizes the core functions we covered. Take a screenshot now to keep this Spreadsheet 2 cheat sheet for your next practical session. You can watch more videos for all classes here and get all content at www.yaka.cc.